watch time short, intros long. I'll make intro short today. I made Falling Devil from Chainsaw Man. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll speak more at the end. Okay, I'm gonna attempt a challenge that I originally wasn't gonna attempt until I remembered that I have this doll head. And this body, so I'm gonna try and make a doll in like 2.5 days. Well, I'm gonna like the body modifications, and we'll do the rest on a bus. I was gonna go on a school trip. I went on the school trip, but I didn't actually work on the doll on the school trip, so when I got back, I finished it. And I was like thinking, no, I can't make a doll in 2 days. I don't even have the right head. And then I remembered this minifig head came with another doll that I bought a while back, and it has the perfect expression. It's so beautiful. And this is a Candy Spelling doll. I have no clue who Candy Spelling is, but it's her doll, and it's from like the 70s. I get to recycle the doll legs that I used from my one of the other Chainsaw Man dolls I made. I made the Doll Devil, Asa, and Yoru, and I'm not sure if they count, but I've made penguins. I'm actually afraid of being decapitated or seeing someone else being decapitated. My issue with this doll is how broad her shoulders are, but that's not unfixable. So in this clip, I'm like cutting off her arms and turning the legs into new arms. Dollarus will constantly joke about how gruesome the hobby sounds. And I can't disagree. As a doll maker, I realized that, like, I guess it's expected that I see dolls as more human than than regular people, but I'd actually say it's, like, the opposite. Like, I could tell that, like, dolls are just, like, plastic. I know what they're made of. I know how they work. That's not to say I don't believe dolls don't have any inherent value, but, like, contrary to popular belief, I know dolls aren't human. Then used the hands from the arms that I cut off and the arms from, like, the shoulders, I guess, from, like, one of the Monster High knockoffs I used for the Doll Devil video. And, I attached the shoulders to the hands to make them her feet. This is gonna sound so strange to people who haven't seen Chainsaw Man, but, this isn't like the final draft. I end up reinforcing it later with epoxy sculpt. Doing in this clip is constructing the upper back set of arms that end up holding her head. I end up remaking it with several doll parts several times. In this clip, I'm also turning the Incredibles doll arms into, like, her front arms, like the ones with the gloves. Thinking I was gonna finish the doll in 2 days ended up changing my approach, which leads to me remaking a lot of the parts later on. While looking at manga panels for reference, I decided to sketch out a little diagram of how I wanted the arms to be placed. I used hot glue a lot in this project. Like, most of the parts are connected through hot glue because I was running pretty low on epoxy like clay, but I end up using it more later on when I decide to devote a little longer to making this doll. What I originally did was cut off the Mrs. Incredible's arms and then attach them to some legs I got for the Doll Devil project, and I turned those into arms. But eventually, most of the plastic used for the upper part of the leg eventually just ended up getting, like, whittled off, and in its final stage, most of the doll's arms are made of hot glue. The doll arms are attached to the body using magnets, and you'll see me add those in later, but I was having issues with, like, the magnets at first, but then I just had to, like, change the magnet size, which ended up fixing things. her, this is Minifee Rin, or Rin, yeah, Minifee Rin. It has magnets in her head. I could probably show you. Ugh. But they're not actually, like, glued in. It's very, like, strange how it works. But I think it's really, like, awesome. Like, because it just, like, yeah, but they help, like, keep the head stable, but they don't, like, actually use magnets to control the head.
If Young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Beautiful mom.
It's like that one baby from the Boss Baby. And I'm gonna make a funny edit of that. Amanda, I know you get lazy with editing, but please have that in. So this is the wig I made. In hindsight, it actually looks pretty good. Like, I could have, like, added on the ponytail and then just called it a day, because it looks really good in hindsight. Like, but, I ended up, you'll see what I did with the wig later, but I ended up not making it entirely from scratch. In hindsight, I should have been much more gentle with the doll head. I potentially made a lot of ball jointed doll, like more seasoned ball jointed doll artists angry while watching this video, so I am very sorry. Won't happen again. PK fire! For context to that clip, I don't ever do that at home, and I'm never gonna do that again, because I thought I needed to use heat to style the hair, but I ended up using a different approach later. Okay, so I found this black wig that I had that is made for, like, really large dolls. But this is a better wig than I can make at the moment. And this is the wig. I'm going to sew this to make it fit the doll's head, because it looks much better than the wig I made. Okay, so you guys basically understand how to paint things. I won't show the rest of the painting and the skin process, but I will show the rest of the face-up process. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, one of my skills that I want to get better at is wig making and shoe making. Because for the past, like, several dolls, like, I don't remember the last time I made doll shoes. It must have been, like, but I especially want to get good at wig making. That could help me, like, unlock my skills so well, and, like, that can just elevate my art to a completely other level. I was asked if I saw my dolls. Not at the moment, but because I'm not really confident enough in my skills. But, like, it really, like, means a lot to me that, like, these are, like, things people want in their houses, and in the sense that, you know, that I've reached that level. It really does mean a lot to me. Usually I'm able to use, like, my sheer, like, willpower in order to learn things for, like, doll making, I guess. You push through and you learn new things to be the best artist you can. Or at least that's what I do. I have a space heater for my feet, and I thought that putting this in front of the heater would be a good idea, but it shifted the part. I'm not sure if I mentioned this later, but I completely just changed the elbow joints that I used for this part of the doll. update, I got no work done on the school trip. So, but I still want to make this doll. Even though I had another plan for this week for a doll I want to make, it's going to be okay. Because, I want to make this one as well. Try, baby. Let's go. I'm going to need to make gloves. So I've actually figured out how to do that in my mind. However, the arms were broken. In the process, the arms got broken, but that's okay because I've redone them like a million times, and I'm gonna whittle them down a bit. But I'm so happy I got it on my first try. That last project really got me used to sewing, so. there's a bit of some issues with this in the way that it holds up the head. So, let me just attach it. As you can see, it's hard to get the hands to attach the head, and the arms look pretty short compared to like the distance. And it's hard to make it look like the hands are holding the head. So I'm gonna add an extra joint to the hands, and I'm also going to extend the arms a bit. So wish me luck. Show one thing before I assembled the doll together. Original idea I had for the arms didn't work, and I ran out of time and epoxy sculpt, so I just used hot glue gun to make these arm joints. So now like she can move her arms separately. And I made her blood out of nail polish. And this part gets covered by the collar, and I did this with hot glue and fabric to keep it in place because the head was just like falling off. And at first I was just going to do magnets, and then I was just going to do this head thing, but I realized I should probably do both. And I'm on a time crunch, so I don't think I'm going to paint the body because it's not really visible. It's also important to add that I whittled down a lot of the parts of the body so that the outfit just fits on a lot better. Thank you so much. I know I said this at the beginning, like, comment, subscribe. I put a lot of effort into these dolls and these videos, and I'm going to be making a ton more in the future. I typically post on Thursdays, not every Thursday, but you know, I typically post a video around every 1 to 3 weeks. If you want to, just like send this video to your friends or like your parents or someone, because I don't really like sending like videos to my friends, but if I send them to my parents, they'll like it.